A bittersweet goodbye now for all of us today. As you just heard from Kathy Orr a moment ago, meteorologist Tom Lamaine is calling it a career and retiring today.
And what a career it's been. Tom served this community for more than 30 years, most recently anchoring the weather on Eyewitness News at noon. Pat Shiraki joins us now with more.
This is a real special day for us because of this great celebration. Tom Lamaine and I have sat next to each other morning, noon, and night. In over 25 years here at CBS 3, I came to rely on his knowledge about the weather, of course, but also about sports and music, even the lyric line of an old Willie Nelson song. Tom would know. He also knows a lot about the shore. Tonight, we celebrate the pro. So now, Maestro, if you will, roll the tape. Meteorologist Tom Lamaine is here with your first forecast. T.O.
Meteorologist Tom Lamaine, the name, the profession. It sounds so natural, especially after 25 years full-time here at CBS 3.
Here are some of the temperatures around the Channel 3 viewing area. As you can see, way below normal for this time of the year.
Tom's broadcast career is nearly notorious. 15 years at WIP Radio, when radio was king.
Today that makes you feel like king of the world.
Then broadcasting sports for every team. Just ask Phillies Hall of Famer Harry Callis.
Well, his contribution to Philadelphia sports, of course, can be seen throughout the Phillies, Flyers, Eagles, Sixers. He's been a loyal fan.
But it is his love of flying as a Navy jet pilot when he was in his 20s that launched his fascination with the weather.
Just before entering the outer wall,
Tom flew into the eye of Hurricane Gloria in 1985 and took our cameras with him.
as we prepared to fly into the eye of the storm, I asked the commander how this is safely done.
Okay, the normal approach would be to correct for the wind.
And then in 2001, flew with the Navy's Blue Angels.
What'd you do, about 5 back there?
Cheese?
Yeah.
7.
Whether the weather was flooded anywhere in the region in 2004,
That rain all fell in a very short amount of time, maybe in 2 or 3 hours, and that resulted in flash flooding and is continuing. And I'll tell you what.
or snowing like crazy right outside our front door back in January 2005, Tom's first thought has always been the rest of us, hanging on every snowflake.
When that storm develops, it will increase the winds, and dangerous, if not life-threatening travel will be in the offing later on tonight.
Tom's friends are more like Philadelphia legends, former Eagle Ron Jaworski, and his annual golf outing included.
And he said, Jaws, we got about a 3-hour window. Let's get this thing started. We did, and we got it done.
Nobody bats 1,000. But Tom's as close as it gets as far as weather forecasting.
Tom's loves run long and deep, his native Atlantic City, supporting our troops overseas.
With the war escalating, military personnel are putting their lives on the line, and they need supplies, and we know you want to help.
Or welcoming home the USS New Jersey. In 2003, Tom Lamaine took his place in the Broadcast Pioneers Hall of Fame. So now what?
Are you kidding me? Tom Lamaine is retiring? Man, this is one of the best broadcasters in Philadelphia over the last 30 years.
God bless you in your retirement.
Tom, congratulations. See you in the golf course.
Or now, if you want, you can float down a river and just look up at the sky.
In the meantime, I'll just have to let this do.
And here he is. You got your wife Donna, your in-laws. We'll let you finish it up.
Well, all the heartfelt applause is from people I've worked with, some for a short time, some for a long time, and also from my family. This is my wife, Donna, and her parents, Big Nick, who I never want to take on, her mom, Peaches, and her sister, Karen. And it's good to have an entire family together on a final day here.
Well, we're going to miss you, buddy, and we'll turn you over to your family.
What's next for you?
Well, right now, nothing to do and plenty of time to do it.
We think that you need to get back into sports because last time you were doing sports, Philly teams had some big success, right?
It's been a while.
Well, the biggest, yes. The last time any Philadelphia team won a championship was my last sportscast. So who knows?
I
think somebody even said it might have been 100 seasons of Philly sports since you actually broadcast sports, since we've had a championship. So I think that that is really your next calling.
Well, if they're really that desperate, I'll think.
But just give us, can you give us like a 1, 2, 3, like what your favorite sports moment, your favorite weather moment?
Well, two of them. One, Bernie Perrant allowed me to join him when he went to the hospital to find out about his eye, and we found out together that it ended his career. And Bernie allowed me to, he asked me to come along with him. Two, I told Mike Schmidt while I was interviewing him that a baseball strike was over. He didn't know that. And three, I think the biggest, 73 losses one year. 10 years later, the Sixers win the championship, and that was a pretty good highlight.
Well,
Tom, we're going to miss you. Congratulations.
I love you too.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.